Okay. Back here choking, back here choking, and back here choking. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. First I want to ask you guys in the comment section, can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes. Yes, no, just let me know right now. Yeah, you guys can hear me loud and clear? Testing, can you guys hear me? Do you hear me in the back? Do me a favor, we're gonna have some fun today. I haven't done one of these in a long time, and Porter Rock's like my younger brother. Well, actually, he's older than me. But when it comes to this, you know what I mean? I taught the kid everything that he knows. You know, he's riding on this cloud, this wave right now of emotions. And Pace said he feels he's undefeated. He mean it, you know what I mean? But the same as me, I have nothing to lose, tattooed around my gun wounds. Everything to gains, embedded in my brain. You know what I mean? I mean that, you know? I stepped away from the debating thing for a while because for those of you that know they've been here since the beginning, you know, when I started doing this stuff, the pro Xbox propaganda, the alternative facts and fake news, you know, honestly, whether you can be honest, you can be clear or not, I don't think I lost a debate. I mean, I had maybe 300 subscribers, if that, and not totally ripped Blackbuster critic frame, you know, his ass out of the frame, you know. Some of them I've done, it's crazy. I've never even uploaded, like RXL, destroyed him. Shout out to my brother, you know, my rated D, he's kind of cool. You know, a lot of people, you know what I mean? But a lot of times I had to tone them down because no one would want to do them with me anymore. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. It's one thing. My opinion is my opinion. I can debate you whether the Xbox One, or I'm sorry, the Sega Dreamcast destroys the PlayStation 4 Pro. That's my opinion, you know. But I got one saying you guys say it all the time: men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So when I do these debates, I rarely ever give you my opinion, because with my opinion, listen here, I'm a silver-tongued devil. I can sell sand on the beach. I can sell ice in Alaska. You know what I mean? Ice cubes to Eskimos. Like, I can do it. Trust me, man. You know, I can sell sand to an Arab in the middle of the desert. Trust me, I am. That's my gift of gab. I'm Robin's baby boy. You know what I mean? I am what you call the epitome of a used car salesman. I can sell a drill with a car with 3 flats and get top dollar on it. That's just me, you know. But he did a video, and it says, and again, Porter Rock's rant. Now I don't know who he's talking about in this video, of course. You know what I mean? And again, it's, you know, it is really. Let me know if you can hear this. I'm gonna share my screen with you because I have my headphones on. I might have to. Take the headphones out so you can hear it. All right. No. All right. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna stop it right there. We'll just make sure that you guys are able to hear him before I go any further. Can you guys hear Porter Rock talking? Can you hear him? Can you hear him? Could you hear him just talking just now? You guys hear P-Rock? Or do I have to pick up my headphones? That's all I want to know. Did you guys hear him? I don't know. Okay, I didn't. All right. Okay. All right. So I have to take out my headphones. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. Well, I can still share the screen. I'll just take my headphones out. Okay. Just making sure. All right. Present to everyone. All right. I will do that. I will turn it up so you guys can hear him somewhat. All right. Take these out. Take that out. Here we go.
Because it wouldn't pass the check-in process that is required. That's game design choice. Final Fantasy 11, right? On the PS3. Hell, Final Fantasy, what you want to call them, are taking these online games that the developer made the choice to design the game this way and tried to say that's what Microsoft tried to push back in 2013. No, that ain't it. Stop it. Stop damage controlling Microsoft stupid shit back in 2013. That's not what they were talking about, right? What they were talking about is DRM on the hardware level, in the box. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about making always online or online only games, because we had that before Xbox One. Have you guys not heard of World of Warcraft? That's an online only game. It's an MMO. Have you not played Star Wars Galaxy? Some of you act like, yo, on the real, yo, some of you dudes are
oh, you upset now. Let's go.
Suspect, for real. Especially the ones that said, oh, I've been gaming since I was, the Atari. Then why do you act like you never gamed before Xbox? Some of you dudes are suspect, for real.
Dude out there selling good, ain't he? He said he out there selling good. This young out there, he preaching to the masses right now. Look at him on his pool, but check him out. Let's go.
Because you guys talk as if certain things were never in place before, ever in gaming.
Yes, sir.
Star Wars Galaxies, before World of Warcraft, there was a Sony MMO that was real big. It was made by Sony Online. Oh my God!
EverQuest.
It was the
EverQuest.
Before World of Warcraft.
Let me help you out.
People got divorced.
EverQuest. Let me help you out. Let's go.
Oh, playing it. God, it started with an E. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Then there was also Matrix. Enter the Matrix Online.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of online. Fantasy Star Online on the OG Xbox.
GameCube. They had one on the GameCube also. But let's go.
Was an online only game.
Let's go.
That's not DRM, and we're talking OG Xbox in the early 2000s.
Okay.
But some of you's like, fuck, yo, y'all tripped me out. I've been gaming for decades.
All right.
Old school gamer.
We're gonna break this down.
Like some things are brand new.
All right.
Which trips me out. Right? Microsoft's proposal for DRM in 2013 was at the hardware level. That means any game you play, no matter what, you had to be connected online.
Yes, sir.
So the game could be validated.
Yes, sir.
And you will be able to play it.
Yes, sir.
That is digital rights management.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. You are absolutely right. All right. But also, let me plug my headphones back in now. All right. So I can't take this anymore. Also, at the end of the day, you're absolutely right, Porter Rock. And Microsoft was implementing DRM on the hardware level. And again, Sony was also. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna come back to that in the beginning after this one here. You say that was Microsoft's screw up, DRM. And that's what ultimately, we talked about this, I believe, last Thursday on the multiplayer. That's ultimately what done Microsoft in this generation. And I said to you before, I can't that's like me getting mad at Europeans because they thought about entering Africa to abduct slaves. It never happened. Slavery never happened, but it was going to happen. You basically, again, because again, what you were saying was, and I'm really going to address everything on a broad scan here. That wasn't really what the issue was with the DRM, to be honest with you. And again, you said something about later on in this video about what about that one person doesn't play online. If you just look at both with Microsoft and with Sony, it's being real. And again, I give Sony credit for what they've done with gaming, the analog sticks and stuff. But which company has advanced technology more in gaming? Just think about this, okay? The original Xbox, the direct Xbox, okay? Online internet port out of the box. Sony's you had to buy a $100 adapter for, right? It's Microsoft forward thinking here. Okay? They're always moving forward. Made it mandatory for broadband online connections to for online gaming. Sony said, no, we're going to do AOL. You got mail, okay? Follow me here, right? The seventh generation. Microsoft moving forward. Indie games, the indie store, whatever you guys were praising them. Back then we called them just Xbox Live Arcade titles. We got them every Wednesday for $5. You guys were clicking your heels like little, Alice in Wonderland, there's no place like home when, again, Sony didn't have any games for the first 3 years, and you guys were screaming about Octodad and Resogun. I'm not saying you in particular. I'm just, I'm not bunching you in that category. I'm just saying, let's be real. We gotta listen. We're gonna get the biggest knife in the drawer. We're gonna cut the bullshit out, right? You're gonna get the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Because people like to just focus on that one thing about the DRM. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this, okay? Microsoft blundering at the start of this generation. Again, it wasn't really about, DRM, like I said, DRM has always been, DRM is not nothing new. You know what I mean? It's not. It's been around since forever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Even Sony, you were talking about DRM, we talk to Sony about DRM when motherfuckers putting music CDs inside their computer and ripping them. DRM's been around forever. Sony knows all about that. But anyway, what was wrong was Microsoft messaging. I gave you guys an example. It's like my wife can say, Zaire, you ass hat, take out the trash, you worthless piece of shit, man. It smells like shit in here, and the baby has asthma. What she's saying is absolutely right. Take it out. Trash stinks. We can't breathe in here. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And Microsoft messaging was all over the place. It was. If you looked at the benefits of what they were giving us, gaming right now, we would be much further along on a console aspect of things. I could have traded. Listen, say if your mother bought you 2K17, my mother bought me Live 2016. And sometimes parents get things wrong. Can't go back to the store on Christmas and exchange it. Hey, what you got? I got that 2K. Oh, that's what we could have traded our game digitally with each other online. But you know what? That DRM based and cooked into the hardware would have really, really benefited us, the gamer, the consumer. And if you listen to what Microsoft said, they said this is what the developers wanted. All right. That it's not that you couldn't trade your games. Listen to this. Because a lot of people still say, well, Microsoft won't let you trade your used games. No, they never said that. Is that when you did trade your game in, that GameStop was forced to give a developers back a piece of that money. They were forced. So no longer when you walk into the store, for the rock, my brother. I don't, we're not just shoot, a lot of people like to trade. They go in with like 10 games and walk out with one brand new game. It would have been no more of that. It would have been no more. GameStop would have been able to give you $7 for a game and turn around and sell it for $43. That was done. Just think about that. That was done. Now, which one's the lesser of the two evils here? Now, again, am I really complaining and not being able to play my game online? Who in here doesn't even have a cell phone? Let's be realistic, okay? You could have used your cell phone just for a 24-hour check-in. Ping, if that was the case. Check, you know what I mean? Well, who wants to go through that? The reason why they made you do that on the hardware level, because again, once you put your games in, you wouldn't be doing all this hard drive stuff. You put your game in one time and download right to the console, right? And like I said, when you go to the store and trade it in, they took the game off your cloud, the licensing off your cloud. So if you traded the game in or whatever, and so you unplugged your console, you can still be playing it. You can get it off for a little while until you paying have to check back in. But again, who buys a next generation console without the internet? The internet. We're always online. We were always online in 2013. Where did you find out and read this news about it being always online? On the internet. Okay? This is not 1988 anymore. It's not. And listen, and again, a lot of times with the Sony fans, what they do, I believe it was on Eurogamer, and Jack Tritton was up there with his $3,000 suit on. Sony took the stage because again, you talking about somebody being dishonest. Microsoft told you what it was. And rumors they got leaked first were from Sony. Because remember, the rumors first came out about Sony, about used games and this, that, and the other. Okay. Remember, it was Sony that implemented that $10 online class last generation. But anyway, if you read that, it says that Sony patented something. And if you look at the interview, which was in very small letters, they said we cannot stop third party from doing this. We have something in place for them to take advantage of this. And I said this again, okay? I'm not saying that I'm some bleeding heart for the developers, okay? But games in this day, you know what I mean, for gaming to grow and go forward, okay? The video game business is the only business like this. Not only is EA competing against Activision, they're also competing against the store that is selling their product. So if you walk into the store with $60 and you want to get an Assassin's Creed, what's new one coming out? Assassin's Creed Origins, Ubisoft is not going to see that $60. So what's going to happen is GameStop is going to slide that used $55 purchase to you, and that money does not go back into the industry, okay? A lot of these companies maintain their own service, what costs thousands, and cost, you know, that has hosting of thousands of people that costs a lot of money. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm some bleeding heart from the developer, but that's why gaming, honestly, is not going forward. We get the same cookie cutter Assassin's Creed, Call of Duties, you know what I mean? And they're scared kind to step outside the norm and do something different. You know? So I tell you guys all this all the time. Since I've been doing this here, okay? I've never claimed to be an industry insider, but I've met developers, you know what I mean? That people that are in the industry. And sometimes when I'm in parties and, you know, and if it is locked, you know what I mean, whatever the hell, or whatever, or if I'm appearing offline, sometimes, like, again, I'm just a fly on the wall. And a lot of things I don't repeat, and I hear them speak about things, okay? I'll give you an example. Sony developer, I forget the guy's name, that did the Order 1886. You remember the meltdown that he had when he walked inside GameStop? When did the Order come out? In 2015, I believe, 2015? It was an article. He went inside GameStop, and GameStop, you know, was sliding him a used copy, and he went off. The Sony developer, right? Okay. What Microsoft was doing, just like you take your baby to the doctor to get his shots, he doesn't know. And this is what I feel like, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. Or when man is out in the jungle and we tranquilize these animals and we dart them to track them, and you know it may seem like we're hurting them. It's not. And again, it's not me being a corporate slave, because I'm a consumer at the end of the day, and we may be scared. We know what they're doing, but we may see the benefits down the line. Just think about this, bro. What Microsoft was doing, and plus with the cloud and everything online, was awesome. I could have set up a match in Battlefield. My match wasn't. I play Gears of War 4 now. Right? I could have been playing. I had a match with Nuke Nukem's team in Gears of War 8, Mr. 4, and we weren't gonna play at 9 o'clock. I could have set the match up, everything right and ready. And when they finally joined the game, I would have gotten a notification on the front of my screen. I could have went from Killer Instinct to Gears of War 4, no lag, no load time, instantly. You know, just imagine how far gaming can have come. Okay, software and hardware go hand in hand together. Example, if you don't believe me, Sony are a genius. This is what they do. They are a hardware company. The fact that at the time they had that powerful console, the PS4, with the power supply in there, this is what they do. They are a hardware company, okay? Microsoft, those that cared about the brick was outside of the box, and it wasn't as powerful. Okay, fine. But look what Microsoft was doing again, and the Sony's now are starting to see the repercussions of this. I'll give you an example. The PS4 Pro and the PS4 Standard. Developers have to make more or less 2 games, 2 codes, right? Microsoft, 1 game, 1 code was scanned across all Windows 10 devices. Genius. Microsoft invests billions of dollars into that stuff. That's what pays the bills. I get it. But back to the DRM thing. Like I said, I look at, not just so much to you, but you made the video about it, you know what I mean? That they look at and paint Microsoft as the villain of what they were trying to do with gaming. You know who the villain is? Blame GameStop. And you guys go there every week with your games and this, and you come out and cry. I read one story. This guy showed at the GameStop. He had all types of, about 400 or 500 retro Nintendo cartridges. He had the Power Glove and this, that, and the other. I think GameStop wanted to give him like $117, something crazy like that. Listen, I'm paraphrasing here, but it was something that was crazy, you know? That's who you vilify, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't have a problem with being always online. Honestly, to tell the truth, I don't want to play my console that's not connected online because you know why is that? Because I do so much more with my console. I know it's just me, but there's Netflix, Hulu, Groove, Spotify, you know, my YouTube. You know, how many people right now are watching this video right now on your Xbox, maybe even your PlayStation, maybe you didn't know not the Nintendo Switch, my bad, but you see where I'm going with this, okay? You can't again stickler and say, "Yo, that was bad on the hardware thing," and look at all the benefits. And, you know, what I mean, of it. Like it wasn't like I said they were like they're just some the gaming Nazis and they just want to see what you're doing every. Like this is what they were saying back then. Microsoft wants to spy on you, and they want to know what you're doing, your purchases. You gotta tell the whole story. Tell the whole story. That's all. You know. It reminds me of the jokers that run around with these Bible thumpers, and you know, and say that, you know, they like to make these excuses for the Lord with all these atrocities that happen in the Bible. You know what I mean? You know, I said I told my grandma, I said, "Grandma, why we got to die? Why we got to live so rough? You know what I mean? Why this and why that? Why all these bad things happen?" She said to me, "Because if Eve wouldn't have ate the apple, if Eve wouldn't have ate the apple, maybe we got all this torture and murder because somebody ate an apple that had nothing to do with me." This was some of these Sony jokers sound like when you go around. I mean, I'm not villainizing you. I'm just talking about when you just go off on these rants, and it's not true, but just go off on these rants and say that Microsoft did this, Microsoft did that, and don't tell the whole story. Let's talk about what Sony did in the 6th generation. How they, quote unquote, you would talk about the DRM and the hardware, how Sony screwed the gamers with the Blu-ray when less than 1% of the public had high-definition TVs. Sony charged the people with upwards of $600 for a console that couldn't even do 1080i. Now, 1080i right now sounds atrocious, but at the time I had a big screen TV, you know, the big old school big screen TV. I believe it was RCA. Got it a couple years prior, you know, and my TV was 1080i. And you know what the PS3 did that I just paid $600 for? It downgraded the signal to 480i. So my name really was Next Gen 480i, 480p. Let's talk about it. The things that Sony's done for what's going on right now with Sony? Why they won't allow cross gameplay? And even Nintendo's getting, you know what Nintendo said? You know what Sony said? We feel as those Microsoft the rules are not friendly enough for children or something. What? Nigga. Like, come on, man. We gotta keep this thing. We gotta keep this thing a buck here, bro. Because again, I see all these videos coming out about what Microsoft done. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me go to my chat. I might have to cut the camera on with this one. Let me go to my chat. Why is Sony charging you guys for online? Why? Why? Why is Sony charging you PlayStation guys for online? Think about this. Why? Is online gaming any different than the PS3 or the PS Vita? And you want to talk about hypocrisy? Why? Just think about that. If you're talking about who's bad for gaming, is gaming online any different from the PS3 or the PS Vita on the PlayStation 4? So why is it free for the PS3 and the PS4? So again, Sony doesn't. How you said they didn't put that money back into their network, because when one goes down, they all goes down. I'm paying for a free service. Let's be real. Listen, if you want to listen, you got to listen. Listen, you can get this work here. You have to tell the whole story, not half the story, the whole story, my brother. But at the end of the day, you know, Puerto Rock, I wish you nothing but the best. You and your congregation. But you may have woken a sleeping giant. You may have, you know what I mean? I might hit back to the battle rap scene. You know what I mean? I'm like 35 and 0 out there in the streets, but I'm trying to tell you, man. I might be heading back to the battle rap scene, man. Y'all gonna get this work. You know what I mean? And y'all gonna get this work. Hey, RX, I don't think you're ready for prime time. You know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna invite you, because actually I was just talking about you. Not bad or nothing. My man RXL with the green thumb. I have a debate that me and RXL did. It's on my Mac, and I may upload it, man. And then I'm gonna let you guys see it. And if you think he's ready to step into the big league, maybe he might be a little better ready. Because then again, my opinion is my opinion. You know what I mean? A fact is a fact. I can, like I said again, I would never debate a man about his opinion. I can care less. You can tell me all day, up and down, the PS4 or someone, and that's your opinion. I prefer the Xbox. Okay, it is what it is. I mean, but we just talk about as far as gaming, who's done more for gaming in this common day, it's been Microsoft by far. By far. The reason right now you guys enjoy your trophies is because of who? Microsoft. The fact that you have a PS in stores is because of who? Microsoft. Party chat, this is who? Microsoft. In-game chat, voice chat mandatory because of who? Microsoft. Pay homage, man. Pay homage. You can't just go from, you can't say, you know what? You just can't go from the Old Testament to the New Testament. You got to read the whole entire book, man, and see what brought you from here to there. History is your friend. Knowledge is key. No, you know, you probably think I'm bugging out right now. But listen, I'm being real in what I'm saying, though, man. You know, being real in what I'm saying. Tip dot. I just got to chat to everybody in you know what I mean, this vid. Man, my man Cooper Games should stop it. I don't agree with this vid. You don't have to agree, but the fact is a fact. You know what I mean? I don't know if you trade games in. I would have loved to. If I don't trade games in, though, what? If I was, you know, if I did, though, me not going into GameStop and them giving me $2.56 for a game and turn around and sell it for $40. Was no more of that. No more of that there. And again, it wasn't. I hear this all the time. Well, they wouldn't allow us to trade out. You know, stop lying. I never said that. Show me one article where they said you couldn't trade your used games. They said when you just went into a store, you trade your game, and it's that the developers, they were forced to give the developers back a piece of the money. Okay? Shoot program, nigga. Y'all gonna do Lonzo like this? I'm putting cases on all you bitches. You ponies ain't gonna do me like this, know what I mean? I said I fed and I burped you niggas. I ain't gonna do me like this, man. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. My man Top Dog. My man Top Dog. My man said only thing that Microsoft innovates is how to get more money from people. Now, and shout out to my man Top Dog. He left a few dollars in the super chat yesterday. I appreciate it, man. It really helps the show. Top Dog, ways to get money from the gamer. You want to talk about? If I can call my, I'll give you an example. Let's see. Let's who's real. I'll give you an example. Friday the 13th came out, right? I'll give you an example. We can have fun with this. And no disrespect, you always rock out with the shows. Friday the 13th came out. We all know that was a disaster, especially on the Xbox. When I had it for a weekend, I played it and locked the achievements and everything. I called Microsoft. I said, Microsoft. I got somebody with a Middle Eastern accent. They said his name was Billy. No, ding, 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 ding. I said, yo, listen here, fam. Hello, this is Billy. All calls are being recorded. How can I help you? I said, man, this shit ain't working. I need my money back. No problem, sir. How's refunding back my money? You call Sony with that same story. You might get them on the phone about 5 days later. What they gonna give you? Some, if you get anything, you know what I mean? Some PSN credit. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. We ain't gonna do this. Listen, we gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, Xbox. So help me, Xbox. We gonna tell the whole truth. Listen, we gonna tell the truth on this one right here, bro. Y'all gonna get that vintage next gen. Y'all gonna get that old school. We ain't gonna do this. Now listen, I'm not saying I'm Microsoft's public defender here. That's not my claim to fame. No. Mike, listen, you guys watch BGST? Shameless plug. Watch it yesterday, about the last 30 minutes. You know, I'll let the whole panel have it and Microsoft. Okay? I'm a gamer at the end of the day, you know? But we have to be honest here. Be honest. A $600 console, Sony forced Blu-ray on the gamers. No one talks about any of this. That console came out, listen, in 2006. Now, listen what I'm telling you right now, okay? When I say who does more for gaming, That console came out in 2006. Xbox Live came out in when? 2002. The PS3 launched a generation later and couldn't do the features that the original Xbox did, okay? I'll repeat that again, how soon we forgot. The PS3 came out a generation later and couldn't do the features that the original Xbox did. But you got Blu-ray, though. I remember Sony guys was blacking about Blu-ray. We got Blu-ray. They gave you a $600 console with some AV cables, no headset. Think about what I'm telling you here. You talking about ways to get more money from the gamer? Top dog? I bought a $600 console that came with some AV cables. You don't know what that is? The red, the white, and the yellow. Stereo cables. It was plastered. The TVs on the market wasn't strong enough. They said 1080p, 120 frames a second. You remember all that stuff there? This is things that Sony said. Get 2 jobs. You talking about giving money from the game? Listen, we got to tell the whole truth here, ladies and gentlemen. Half you didn't know what the hell a Blu-ray was. You know, they sold me a $600 console, no headset, AV cables. They didn't even have the decency to buy me, take me on a date first. They took me straight to the cheesy motel, a $2 night a motel. You know what I mean? They didn't give me bus fare to get home. We got to tell the whole truth here now, man. But anyway, man, this is your boy Next Gen 720. Thank you for rocking out with me. Some of you may disagree, you know. Some of you may disagree. My man said, again, hey, Top Dog, I'm going to tell you again, bro. Listen. You said the PS3 had real backwards compatibility. And a next, okay, let's think about what you're saying, right? The PS3 had whole backwards compatibility, right? How long did that last? A year, 2 years? How long did that last before Sony took that away? Think about what you're saying here, bro. My man, listen, it's one thing, like I said, Top Dog, I know that you're more of a Sony guy. I didn't talk about your comments, you leave. There's nothing wrong with it. I own everything. I play on everything, okay? Why did Sony even get sued? You know what I mean? Maybe they bragged about all the options about let you put Linux and all this stuff. They got sued for that, you know? You had to have the old school fat model, 80 gigs, among those 80 or 60 gigs to get the true backwards compatibility to play PlayStation 2 games. You know what I mean? They took all that away from you. And then went back to selling you games that you already owned. You had to tell the whole story, bro. Not half the story. Tell the whole story. See, that kind of makes something good to somebody may not know them better, but I've been here through all that. Now, I'm not claiming to be a gaming connoisseur and all this stuff, okay? You know, gaming is a hobby of mine, not my life. You know, my first console was the NES. I didn't, you know, not Atari or ColecoVision and Vectrex. I did have a Vectrex, though. But I wasn't really, you know, that was okay to play sometimes, but it was the NES that got me in the game, and I've been hooked ever since. You know what I mean? We're hooked ever since, but you have to tell the whole story. Not half the story, tell the whole story. They didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't just give you, you know what I mean? It's not about me being the Xbox king, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling the truth. And listen, Top Dog, when you said you had Xboxes day one, or whatever the case may be, the advancement in gaming right now, that we have right now, is because of Microsoft. What's up, Mads Game? It's because of Microsoft. Whether you like the exclusives or not, you know, it's because of Microsoft. You know, just think about that. Just think about what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to say this again. Do I agree with everything that Microsoft does? No, but not by far. If you didn't know, just like I said, watch yesterday's BGST. Me and Crap shoot it out. You know, but it's all love and basketball. And look at what I was saying. There's things that I said about Microsoft I talked about 2 years ago. That IG and everybody started running about, said that they're not moving in a healthy perspective because you're looking back from the original Xbox and all these plethora of exclusives that you had with this Midtown Madness, Reckless, and you know, different things. Now we're just down to a guaranteed, listen to what I'm saying, a guaranteed Gears, Forza, and Halo. That's not healthy. I understand that they came with other exclusives this generation, but we're not guaranteed to get a sequel to them. That's what I said. And then also, too, what I talked about, I would like to see Bungie make something, I'm sorry, not Bungie, 343, make something outside of Halo. And I said, look, and you know, I think Bob said, well, these guys love. How do we know that what they love? That no one just goes to school to make Halo. Turn 10 just didn't go spend 10 years in college just to learn how to make car games. No, the reason why Bungie left Microsoft because they wanted to make something outside of Halo, and we all see the success that Destiny when it turned out to be. You know what I mean? This could have probably been a whole different generation if our cell wise had Destiny remained an exclusive. Had they kept them, you can't. Developers are artistes. You can't put them artists inside a box. You can't. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. Amani has been real. As always, I love having healthy discussions and conversations. You know what I mean? And I am my brother's keeper, Puerto Rock. I'll see you soon. Me and you, face to face. I'll see you soon.